Thanks for tuning in. I want to welcome all my new subscribers. I've got quite a few new subscribers that have been joining up lately. And as you know, we talk about records on this channel. And one of the things I like to focus on is which records sound good and which ones don't sound so good. And is that new record, is that a digital, is it a digital record that actually sounds good, or is it one of those digital records you have to plug your ears because the high end is so horrible on it? Or does it sound like a CD? And if it sounds like a CD, well, we'll just go buy the CD then. We won't spend $30 on the record. We'll just spend, $5 on the CD. But you know what? Yeah, I don't know if you can even buy CDs anymore. They're getting tough to find. And I remember back in about 1990, my friend Gordy come to me and said, "Ron, I was just reading in Stereophile. The records are dead. You need to go out and buy yourself a great turntable right now." So him and another fellow, they went out and bought that Lynn turntable. Of course, I was a little bit poor. I got a system deck turntable, which was it was like a poor man's Lynn. And guess what? They were wrong. But I guess Stereophile got a bunch of folks to buy turntables after that article. Anyway, first up's a Beach Boys record. This is a record that's made in France by Trio Records. And it's a nice laminated box. It's got 3 records on the inside. And they are on the Capital Rainbow label. They come with really nice polyline inner sleeves. And, the French make really good records. They're about on par with UK pressings, unlike some other countries, of course. And this has got about 45 Beach Boys songs on it. It's got all the Beach Boys songs I need. A lot of really great songs on here and great sounding record. Next up, Alice's Restaurant. Arlo Guthrie. This is from the, let's read it right off the label. Alice's Restaurant, original motion picture score. This is on the United Artists label. And you don't see that one very often. Yeah, that's an old-timey label there. United Artists Records. And I think some of you out there, they're familiar with Arlo Guthrie and Alice's Restaurant. And probably a lot of you are not familiar with it. But Arlo Guthrie, he does a lot, probably just as much talking on here as he does singing. And it's a story about Alice's Restaurant and the whole saga and the whole tale that surrounds all that stuff. Because you can get anything you want, Alice's Restaurant. Yeah, he's got a little tune. He sings that over and over again with the whole story. It's hilarious. And if you haven't ever heard this thing, it's one of the kind of a slice of Americana. It's really cool. Ozark Mountain Daredevils. This is their first LP, self-titled. And I bought this brand new, this very record right here, in '73 on the A&M record label, Canadian pressing. And this is one of those, Bernie Grumman, I should have done some research when Bernie Grumman was over at A&M, but he must have been over there because this record has just got great sound on it. And it's got that song on it, If You Want to Get to Heaven. If you want to get to heaven, you got to raise a little hell. And the next song right after that is Chicken Train. So, I'll get the kids, Million Daniel up there, and I'll play them the, if you want to get to raise a little, if you want to get to heaven, you got to raise a little hell. And we'll play that song, and it sounds so good on the stereo. So hang on, there's another song. And they listen to that and they go, "Yeah, that's great, Dad. Play that one again." Yeah, that's fun. That Chicken Train song is a fun song. Up next, we've got Three Dog Night, Golden Biscuit. It's on a gatefold. Here's the inside of the gatefold. And this is actually a cover, I think on the U.S. press, or I'm not sure. But this is a Canadian pressing on the ABC Dunhill label. And there's another old tiny label. I had one of my subscribers who recently said he really appreciates looking at all these old labels. So I hope the rest of you are the same, because record labels are cool. That's how you can kind of tell when was that record made. What's the first edition? I know that label came out in '73, and that record came out in '73. That's the original press. That's a lot of ways a lot of people tell what edition the record is. And it's got 3 stickers on the record, one here, and one on the back, and it says manufactured by GRT Records of Canada. And then it's got a little thing on the bottom that says poster enclosed. Well, I do believe I bought this record used, and I got the poster, which is kind of rare. All the time the posters are never in the records, but I got the poster, and it's really nice. It's got a texture to it, textured paper, very nice. And here's the thing about this record. Three Dog Night. You know, this is about 1970. I'm about 15 now. And this has got One is the Loneliest Number, Eli's Coming, Mama Told Me Not to Come, Easy to Be Hard, Celebrate. It's got a lot of great songs on here. A lot of great Three Dog Night songs. Really enjoy it. I think I had the 45 of one of those. Next up, Stevie Wonder. Inner Visions. And this is a nice Japanese pressing on the Motown label. And this is really nice. It's one of those pebble covers, front and back, even on the inside. And it's on the Motown label. It's a nice thick record. It feels really thick and heavy. Victor Industries of Japan. And it's got my 2 favorite Stevie Wonder songs, Higher Ground and Too High. Especially that Too High. They've really got that drum kit mic'd up. And they've got, on one of those cymbals, they've got a mic right on it. And when he's riding on that cymbal, it just sounds so real. It sounds like it's, you know, the drum kit's right in the room with you. A lot of rock records, they don't mic the drum kit like they do for a jazz record. This one is mic'd up like that. Really, really good. Love that record. Eagles, The Long Run. I bought this record. I probably had about 7 or 8 of these Japan presses. This is a Japanese presser. I had about 7 or 8 of them. I bought them out of Japan, and I sold them on eBay. And they had the OB, and a couple of them were like pristine condition. This one here's pretty well mint condition. And I had bought this one, and I had it so when it's been a few years back, this was reissued. Now the Eagle stuff was reissued, so I had this for a shootout, and I compared it to the new one. It was remastered by Bernie Grunman, but it was digital, and you could hear the digital on the record. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like a lot of those digital records. You know, the sound stage is all compressed. You don't have a lot of ambience on the record, because that's a lot of times what analog helps do. But it was good in that respect, but you could still hear that digital in that record. This one was better, had better bass, fuller, rounder bass, more punch to it. You know, good, better little bit harmonic structure, whatever. Now the digital one was good, but this one was better. Streetheart. Meanwhile, back in Paris. Now this is a Canadian band, Streetheart, and this is just on a regular Atlantic label from '76, I believe. 78, and Action. That was the hit on the radio at the time. Street Heart. Action. Have a listen to that. See how you like that. Very, very popular in Canada. Scorpions. Fly to the Rainbow. Speedy's coming. This must be Speedy right here. He's coming. Look, he's got propellers on his boots. Got a little scorpion inside his face shield there. This, I believe, is the Scorpions. This is their first LP. And I've had that for a long time, and I was able to come across a nice Japan first edition on the orange RCA label. So I bought this very, very pristine copy of Scorpions on the Japanese press. Now it doesn't have the OB, so of course, I didn't have to pay a fortune for it. And I was buying a bunch of other things at the same time, and I got it. Good price, good shipping costs. Lucky to have it. Really, really good record. The World of Them. Van Morrison. In his early days. Now this is a UK. This is a UK first edition. And The World of Them on Decca. Here Comes the Night. Baby Please Don't Go. I'm Gonna Dress in Black. Richard Cory. I Put a Spell on You. Gloria. Mystic Eyes. Turn on Your Love Light. It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. 1-2 Brown Eyes. Don't Start Crying Now. Nice, early 70s texture, laminated cover. It's on an old Decca label. UK press, made in London, it says. Old Decca label. And I bought it used, but it's, looks really nice. Looks pretty near mint to me. I played it here recently, during the Purge. It's still here. It's a great record. It's one of those records you can pull it out and say, yeah, put it on. It's going to be a good record. It is. George Thorogood and the Destroyers. This is on the Rounder Records. I'm pretty sure it was Rounder in Canada and the United States. There's the record label, Rounder Records. And this is from Manufactured in Canada by Quality Records Limited, 1978. So Analog Productions wasn't the first Quality Records. There was a Quality Records of Canada, and probably still is. This is one of those records that my brother-in-law, him and his buddy, they were buying records and they were taping them, and then they would sell the records, buy more records, tape them, and this along with a Rush record I bought from them during that period. And I was just kind of wondering where that tape is now. Yeah, I still got the records. Which kind of reminds me, back in the day when I used to do a lot of garage sales, I would try to find the ones that had records, but if they didn't have records, I'd ask them. There'd be, Mom and Dad would be out there and say, hey, you got any records? They go, yeah, we do. I said, you still listen to them? No, we haven't listened to them for years. We don't even have a turntable. I said, well, you ever think of selling them? Oh, no. We're not selling our records. Don't. And they would kind of start getting hostile. You say, hey, you want to sell your records? They're like, back off now. We're selling all our knickknacks and junk, but we're not selling our records. People, they didn't want to sell their records because people have an emotional connection with this thing here, and they would sell it. Now this is Jailbreak, Thin Lizzy, and this is a die-cut cover. This is the first edition. Really cool picture on the inside. Kind of looks like War of the Worlds in there. This is on a Unipack where you have to get the record from the inside. And it's on that Mercury label with the buildings on it. Remember, BTO was on that same label. Back in Turner Overdrive, back in the day. It was the same label they were on. Another good record by Thin Lizzy, Jailbreak's on here, obviously. 1976. Polygram, GmbH. Did I miss something? thought it was made in Canada. Yeah, it's just the cover's got that in Germany on it. I don't know why it's got that on it, but anyway, Canadian press. And King Biscuit Boy, Goodens. Now the original press, this is obviously the original press, first original press. I had this record before. This is a Canadian band. They're a blues band. You know, got the harmonica and all that. They sing a lot of blues songs. And the original cover was white. The one that I had, the reissue was white. Of course, it didn't come with this burlap bag and everything. And what I happened to, I found it on eBay, the burlap bag. And I said, well, I'm going to pick up that one. That's obviously the first edition. And so now I've got this record, and good record. It's on the Daffodil label. Have a look at that. Sorry. Canadian Daffodil label. Honky Tonky. Bald-headed Rumba Boogie. Lord Pity Us All. You done tore down your playhouse down again. Boom, boom. Out go the lights. Yeah, that's on here. It's an old record. It's got that on it. It's got a bunch of stuff on here. Georgia Rag. Good record. Canadian Blues. King Biscuit Boy. And I imagine this one with the burlap bag is a little harder to get a hold of. Hadn't seen too many. There's probably a few on eBay. Cool record. And that'll probably do it for the video now. And I just wanted to thank everybody for watching. And coming up next, I guess we'll start off with the Leonard Skinner. Bye for now.